Hello everyone and welcome back to Beacon Pines. Most of my stuff is still in boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest. Okay. So...
Luka squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
Oh, this looks wild. What is it? Gum? Gum?
Luka adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with its increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed that one for 47
Luka wiped his
days.
hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
It's weird, I know.
Looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. Okay, one second. Okay, much better. I can actually hear everything. So I might play this because I'm trying to, if you watched, well, I guess I don't know when I'm going to post these. But yeah, probably I'll just post Antiquities on Monday. This will probably be posted on Wednesday. If you watched my Antiquities video, I talked a little bit. I'm trying to finish off series, so the videos are longer. This might be like a 2-hour video because I am trying to finish them off. Okay. Oh wow. Rolo and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts, fitted it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. She seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation.
Flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you can get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all farm reports and static. Aw, shucks.
Luka bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime. He flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview Condors. Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry, was this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards, some did flowers. When they're really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. So you've moved a lot. Yeah, that's the whole thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. These flowers would last longer if you put them in some water. That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them, is all. Luka, can I ask you something? Of course. Dang, didn't that hurt? I'll be honest, that hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you look cool doing it.
Becca took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Do you ever feel alone? Like, even when people are around? Well, Rolo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem.
Luka took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little, don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it all in, you're gonna pop. So then what do you do when you don't know what to do? Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own though, you gotta do something. Anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know. Something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. Things are gonna change. Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Whoa. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate that I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere?
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I just want to be a normal kid.
Brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There. Wow, I actually feel a little better.
Abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Thanks, I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you and Rolo at the festival? Sounds good. Luka, don't let the universe jerk you around.
Gave Luka a light thump on the arm before heading in. Chapter 5. Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with the hard rain's residue. The smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luka felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone. Not even Rolo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rolo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luka told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
Hey Don, tracking down a lead? You bet. I heard a juicy new rumor. Turns out when Sharper Valentine died, he left behind a peculiar last will and testament. Peculiar how? He didn't just give his kids an inheritance. There were conditions. Like what? The document stipulated that Harris had to take on a child as her ward. A kid our age who just showed up to town one night with a lawyer. Solomon? Bingo. So Harris was forced to take care of him? Yep, or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it, old Sharper sowed some wild oats. That explains why the way Harris treats him. Poor Solomon. How did you find all of this out? A good reporter never reveals her source, Luka. Interesting. I better not dilly-dally. Gotta get to the treehouse. I thought that was the way to the treehouse, if I'm honest. Is that not the way to the treehouse? I don't remember. Oh, I remember which way to go now. Oh. Excuse me, what are you doing? I'm looking up for the night, sir. Oh, wonderful. I can only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm set us back a bit, and it's getting late, so we all decided to... You all decided? Yes, sir. I was unaware that your job involved deciding things. We are all here at Perennial Harvest because we believe in creating a better future, yes? Yes, sir. Very much, sir. I just realized. Oh! Don't do that! No! Oh my lord. I wanted to move this because I'm usually down there. Perfect. Now I'm all, is this in the right area? I'm so sorry, people. I'm so sorry. I could just cut that out, but I might not. Can I please go back to the game? Hello? Do you want to be the one to tell this town that we failed them? No. That we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we all got sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good, then it's decided. Yes, sir, we'll work until the task is done. See that you do. Our harvest awaits. Creepy. Well, we already know that we don't like that guy. Rolo, you still up there? I'm sorry, Rolo isn't accepting visitors at the moment. Come back never.
I had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always meant one thing.
You're upset. Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason? I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little
Rollo
late.
scoffed.
The rain held me up. Liar. You weren't even home. What? The storm got bad and I got worried, so I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there. I hadn't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, Luka. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. No, the storm rolled out of nowhere and I got stuck at dinner after dinner at Beck's
Luka
house.
stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Beck? Dinner? What the heck is a Beck? She's the new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You'd like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she had made new friends. New friends? I spent all day waiting for you, and you were off making new friends? It's not like that, Rollo. You know, while I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It was going to be a surprise, but you took so long, the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. What does that even mean?
Luka became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. Of course I care, you ass. I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you, but I kept my word. 'Cause that's what friends do. Oh wow, what a noble sacrifice you made. Easy for you to say. Your grand doesn't even care. You can stay out as late as you want, and you wouldn't even get in trouble. Seriously? You're acting like I chose this? If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad
His tone
friend.
changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Maybe Pa's right. Storms bring more than water. This one brought out the real Luka. Stop quoting your Pa's nonsense like it means anything. Yeah, well, at least my Pa is still around. Rollo. I liked you, but that's... That's...
The words hung in the cold night air. Rollo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line.
You don't can say.
But it was too late.
Luka, Good night, Rollo. Dang it. If Rollo thinks I'm still going to the festival with him, he can shove it. I wasn't trying to go. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do in here other than sleep. Ooh.
Luka dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
Rollo. What a jerk. Call me a bad friend. Ooh, I'm Rollo. Look at me and my amazing family. Is that it? Is there something else? No. I guess I'm just never supposed to make new friends. Luka?
Gran cooed gently from the hallway.
You slept straight through breakfast. Luka, are you alright? I'm fine. I just don't feel like getting up yet. Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I gotta run out and take care of some things. Okay. I'll be back later to check in. Sure.
Luka just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
If Rollo thinks I'm still going to the festival with him, he can shove it. I was talking about the oatmeal, but okay. I bet Rollo's still gonna go to the festival. He's gonna be miserable.
Luka dozed off again.
Luka, I see you didn't eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Rollo came by. What did he say? He got up fast. He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So your plan is just to sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party and go outside, I think it'd do you some good. Noted.
Luka still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rollo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
Look, my opinion, yeah, it was messed up to essentially ditch your friend and be with a new friend and not in any way let him know. I mean, not that he could, because he's a kid and he doesn't have a phone, but still, you know, you ditched him and he was waiting. But also, I feel like in the hierarchy of like what's worse, saying, hey, at least my dad isn't dead, is worse. Much worse. There's never anything interesting at the festival anyway. I have to hit that over there. Okay, I need to get this. No. Okay. Get it over there. Well, that's not where I wanted it to go. Perfect.
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
The complete first volume.
Luka carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rollo had received it for his birthday. A special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luka keep it at his house. Luka wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luka's more often. Whatever the reason, Luka didn't mind. But it had stayed right there where Rollo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luka lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luka? Another little friend came to see you. A girl named Beck Modewell? She said you met yesterday? What did she say? Is she here? She was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. Oh. She seems nice. Yeah. You had a fight with Rollo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later. Alright then. I'll leave dinner on the kitchen table in case you want a bite before bedtime.
Without realizing it, Luka had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luka stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad, where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness. The source. Luka's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit. The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour. Make yourself comfortable. Luka held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame, see? Luka peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself. Tiny buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame. Luka could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luka leapt to his feet. We've got to help them! The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them. Not like us. Luka's voice was a trembling whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luka's own face looked back at him. Older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar, as if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror. The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once. He gestured towards his face. And all it got me was this. Luka staggered back. You aren't me. Luka felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luka watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Welp, Dad, if you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luka watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames. In a flash of cold light, he was gone. What does all of this mean? Luka felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose. Luka woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun.
Mom? No, dear. It's only Gran.
Luka rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his Gran came into focus.
How are you feeling? Fine. Anything you want to talk about? I don't feel like talking. That's just as well. How about you sit there and listen a bit? Whatever you and Rollo fought about doesn't matter. But he...
Gran silenced Luka with a gentle pat on the leg.
Fights between friends happen. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is, it's not the last thing you ever say to each other. We said stuff about Dad. Well, do you think he meant it? No. He was just mad. And did you mean any of the things you said to him? No. Good. One must appreciate friends in their best moments and accept them in their worst. Now get your little butt out of bed. The festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you? I guess not. Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rollo, doesn't it?
Luka gave a reluctant nod.
So buy him a corn dog and apologize. But he's the one that... What did I just say? Buy him a corn dog. That's a good boy. Everything's better with corn dogs. I need to get going now. Get some last-minute festival business to take care of. I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch. All right. I love you, Luka. Love you too.
Luka took a deep breath.
Okay.
Chapter 6. Through thick and thin. Despite Luka's bitterness, Gran was right. He needed to hash things out with Rollo. A big fight changes the nature of a friendship. Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to understanding. If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them. Luka emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air. But the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rollo.
Wrong way. There you are. Luka, Rollo wanted me to tell you something. What is it?
Roxy rolled her eyes, shaking her head.
A space adventure, through you needn't buy it. If you be brave, go somewhere quiet. Roxy, I don't... It's a riddle, Luka. My goofy little brother wants you to find
Luka
him.
looked down and kicked at the dirt.
Look, I know you two had a fight. The only thing more annoying than my little brother is my little brother without his best friend. So I'm doing him this one favor. Now I need one favor from you. Whatever it is that went down between you two, squash it. Go somewhere quiet? The library? Welcome to our festival. Don't forget to come back later for Mr. Kerr's speech. And the Perennial Harvest Festival sign reveal. You don't want to miss it. How goes the beetle hunt? Pretty rotten. I haven't seen so much as an exuve. It's not just the beetles. This morning I couldn't find any critters at all. It's like everything that buzzes or skitters just packed up and left. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Maybe all the commotion of the festival just spooked them. Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know who Perennial Harvest thinks they're impressing with all this this festival. Totally. The town's still falling apart. The weather's still cruddy. This season's harvest looks like it's going to be worse than last year. You said it. No amount of corporate pandering is going to change any of that. Exactly. But the lemonade at the drink stand over there does look pretty tasty. I'm still going to be mad at them. I'd just rather be mad while sipping some delicious lemonade is all. Unique New York. Unique New York. What? Oh, don't mind me. Just warming up for my big ceremony speech.
Pointed to his grinning mouth.
Gotta limber up the old gab box. You nervous? Oh, heavens no. We'll break a leg. I couldn't read that. Ain't moving. Ha, every single time. Yep. Wait for it. Unexplained sound once again noted. Like clockwork. What a bunch of drones. Haha.
Jeff was staring into the distance with a wistful look.
Hey, Jeff. Everything alright? Huh? Yeah, everything's fine. I mean, used to be fine. Just ain't right these days, you know? I really do, actually.
Jeff turned to Luka with a furrowed brow, then gave an understanding nod.
You do, don't ya?
For a moment, the two now shared that same wistful gaze.
I love that they had put balloons on the trash cans. A most welcoming of welcomes. Would you like to share your thoughts? We always strive to improve. Nope. This is the first time I've seen this many smiling faces since the fowl harvest. I had my doubts about Perennial Harvest, but I must admit they do put on a nice party. He met his old friend's eyes and was greeted with nothing but ice-cold anger. Heavens! This is no time for fractured friendships. Isn't that... Up at dawn newsstand. Yawn. I got a question for you. What do you think this whole festival's for? The way I figure it, Perennial Harvest is trying to win over the town. Like a bribe, but with balloons. Cynical. I like where your head's at. That's why I assumed at first, until I eavesdropped on a couple of gossipy clipboards. What if I told you that this whole thing is really a special shindig for a super secret guest of honor? Special guest? Who? I haven't dug that deep yet, but whoever it is, PH thinks they're a big deal. Piper, you're actually taking a break from studying. I wanted to see what all the festival fuss is about, but I can't help but notice you still brought your backpack full of books. Luka, backpacks can carry a lot more than just books. True. So what you got in there? Books. I was able to return the perennial harvest safety suit you borrowed. I don't think anyone noticed. Good. Now will you tell me what you needed it for? It was a favor for an enemy of my enemy. This isn't going to harm Mr. Kerr, is it? All you need to know is that for the good of the family. Luka, did you know that Beacon Pines is actually unincorporated? A lot of people don't know that. Wow, I didn't know that. What's that mean? It means most public works are handled internally. We do all the pipelines, the water treatment, building regulations. That's great. Census talking, emergency services. Hey, Luka. So you're done at the library? Huh? Oh,
Griffin
nothing.
looked away suspiciously.
Nothing at all. I figured it was the library, but I guess that's proof. I'm gonna talk to this person first. Hi, Jace. Still working through the newest Hank atomic? You know it. Some fascinating canon toward the end. Did you know Hank atomic shrink O-ray doesn't technically shrink stuff? It uses inverse quantum particle decay to literally grow the entire universe around an object, leaving that object unaltered. So it just looks shrunk compared to everything else? Bingo. That's wild. But Jace, no spoilers, please. Oh, right, sorry.
The bottom corner shelf was a dusty array of thick science books. Only one binding was clean enough to read. Cellular Biology and the Chemistry of Mitosis.
Boring.
Mycological Phosphorescence.
Ugh, more like Mayo complete loss of interest.
The entire top level of the library was devoted to comics, most of which were Hank Atomic and the myriad of lesser revered spin-offs.
Wait, was there anything over here? Oh, there is.
The cobs I've eaten. A salad-centric travel guide for the mildly adventurous.
Yuck.
Sally Seashore's simple succulent sundries. Luka brushed off a smudge of dust. Or maybe it was flour. 30 recipes so easy you'll doubt it's even edible.
Ooh, succulent.
A peek behind the curtain. The methods and ruminations of Patrick C. Montesquieu. One of the greatest acting minds of our time by Patrick C. Montesquieu.
Oof. I just got a thing that says nerd poke around the library. Hey, I am fishing for those words, okay? Ah, there we go. Hey, Luka.
Kyle's eyes lit with excitement.
I've been expecting you. Bravo on deciphering the first riddle. The first. Oh, you didn't think that was all, did you? Rollo does go all out, doesn't he?
Up and cleared his throat as if preparing to sing.
On planet Farpal, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a
Kyle
tissue.
stared at Luka eagerly.
Get it? Want me to tell you? No, it's okay. Let me figure it out. Alright, when you find it, bring it here to be verified. If you decide you want the hint, the offer still stands. Issue? Like
Luka
comic?
grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 4, from the shelf.
Well, it's the fifth issue.
Luka grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 5, from...
It's that one. The fifth issue. Ah, you found
Kyle
it.
moved his book from the desk and replaced it with Luka's, turning on the lamp. As he slid the book under the purple light, 2 words glowed. The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue 5. Luka clicked his tongue with recognition.
Rilo's cipher pen. He used to write secret messages everywhere with that. And only I had the special flashlight needed to reveal it. But I lost it. Well, apparently he traded Jeff for this purple light bulb. Parted with his entire Halloween candy stash. Oh, Rollo. Now let's see here.
Kato began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word.
Get away with such a
He
grift.
continued flipping.
Only found in grub cart.
Reaching the end of the book, Kato looked up.
That's it. Grift in grub cart. Griffin's grub cart. He wants me to go to Griffin's snack stand. Ah, brilliant. I guess you're off then. Good luck on the rest of the scavenger hunt. Thanks, Kato. Where's the snack stand? Nope. Is this... Hey, Griffin. Did Roldo
Before
come?
Luka could finish his sentence, Griffin handed him a corn dog.
Oh, that's it? Bought and paid for. Enjoy. I thought there was supposed to be a
Luka
riddle or
shrugged,
something.
taking a sizable bite out of the corn dog.
Yuck. It's cold. Oh yeah, that's been sitting here a while. Rollo wanted me to be sure to give you that one specifically. Well, that's
Luka
just...
tongued at his cheeks, feeling something rough between his teeth. He reached into his mouth and pulled out a slip of paper.
Oh,
He shook
come
off the
on.
bits of corn dog to read the slip.
A pickup when you need some pep. Near the fountain,
Luka
up the
finished
step.
off the remainder of the corn dog.
This is going to be a whole thing. Near the fountain? Wait. Did you hear? After Mr. Kirk gives his big speech, they're going to have the first annual biggest catch competition. As long as a boot qualifies as a catch, I'm a shoe-in. Wait, where's the fountain at? Is there a map? No. Did I miss the map? Where's the fountain at? This is the fountain. A step up? There you are, Luka. There's no way I'm actually doing this. It's way below my pay grade. Oh, come on, you big stiff. Let the kids have some fun. Fine. Barolo owes me
He waved
one.
his hands around sarcastically as he began.
What takes flight but has no wings? Your final task a friendship brings. See, that wasn't so hard. I feel cheapened somehow. I think it's sweet. What takes flight but has no wings? Your final task a friendship brings. Good luck, Luka. What takes flight but has no wings? A balloon? Hey. Hey. Did you find the comic book? Yep. And you got the corn dog? Yeah. Well then, I know it doesn't make up for what I said, but here, you've earned
Rolo
this.
sheepishly handed Luka the balloons.
Thanks. You didn't have to go to all this trouble. I'm sorry I got so mad. Dang it, you were supposed to let me apologize first. Oh, sorry. Now you apologized twice for me. Just let me do this. Luka, I'm really sorry. With everything that's happened with your mom and all. I've always wanted to be there for you. Be a good friend, you know? When you said you were hanging out with someone else, I kind of freaked out. Rolo, still my turn. I felt like if you needed some new friend to help you, it meant that I wasn't good enough. But that was selfish and wrong. I was wrong. I am so sorry, Luka. Okay, apology over. You can talk now.
Luka threw himself at Rolo, hugging him as tightly as he could.
Rolo, I don't deserve you. I don't deserve you either. That's why we deserve each other. So, what else do you want to do today? We could snoop around and try to find some info about your mom. Snoop where? We could probably sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ while everyone's at the festival. Aren't you curious about all those stuff those clipboards write down? What if we get caught? I think I've had enough excitement for 1 week. Let's just make the rest of the day about us. Really? Yeah, the rest of the world can wait one more day. You know, I have been waiting to get some work done on the MCDC at Mission Control. The aim is a bit unpredictable. That sounds perfect. Did we not interact with him? I think we did. Oh, I almost forgot. I ran into your gran this morning. She asked me to give you this.
Handed Luka an unopened letter.
I'll wait for you inside if you want to read it now. A letter?
Luka, some things are going to happen that might be difficult for you to understand. If I am honest, I hardly understand them myself. But whatever happens, I need you to know that I love you. None of this is fair to you. You have already lost so much. We both have. I wish there was a simpler way forward. But if there is, I haven't thought of it. God knows I've tried. Everything I've done, I did for you. I hope someday you can accept that. Love, Gran.
I love you too,
Luka
Gran.
folded the paper into his pocket and headed up the ladder.
What's up with the letter? Anything you want to talk about? Maybe later. Sure, whenever you want. You know, you really didn't have to go to all that trouble just to apologize. I know, but we'd been looking forward to the festival for weeks, and I ruined everything with my big mouth. This was the best way to make sure you still had a good time without me.
I
Rollo.
was at a loss for words, but that was fine. Words aren't always necessary.
The festival seemed nice. Was it nice? We can still go. Nah, this is fine. Well, there's always next year.
Sadly, this was untrue. A distant rumble shook the treehouse.
What was that? Aw, man, we missed the fireworks?
It was not fireworks. It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend. Something as old and cruel as time itself.
The big chill.
A shockwave of cold tore through the room. A bitter, unfathomable chill. Before they could react, it encased them in ice. Two boys, reunited by friendship, only to be cruelly separated by a malevolence beyond reason. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a silent treehouse turned statuary, in a town brought low by its secrets, sits a pair of friends, alone, together, for the rest of time. The end. No, that can't be the ending. It simply can't. I won't accept it, and I hope you won't either. There are more endings, more possibilities. I can feel it. We are just going to have to sort through them all until we find the one that fits.
Gran, listen. So when you say things are about to change, and I hope you understand that someday, you did something that apparently killed everybody, including your grandson, which I think he's not going to be able to understand because he can't do anything now. Okay.
Luka began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Moonlight filtered down, shimmering in the treetops.
Sure, you can meet Rollo. You're not going home? No, I promised Rollo I'd tell him about...
Luka stopped himself mid-sentence.
You promised you'd tell him what? Spit it out, bub. We're as sick as thieves now. If there's a juicy secret, you've got to tell me. Okay. You can come to the treehouse and I'll tell you both what happened. Heck yeah.
Luka saw Beck skulking by the gate.
So you're telling me there's nothing mysterious or creepy about this place? It's mostly boring and empty. I refuse to believe that. Big spiked gate, gleaming mansion, rich reclusive owners. It even smells shady.
Grabbed the wrought iron bars and shook the gate.
Mark my words, you decadent nightmare house. You will reveal your secrets to me. What did you do? First of all, I told you so. Second, hide. That's Harris, Valentine. Who's she talking to? Shh. I expect you to return that suit in working order. Of course. As long as everything proceeds as planned. Wait a second. There's nothing to worry about. The only thing I'm worried about is what's rightfully mine. If that means taking some unsavory alliances, so be it. I couldn't agree more. There comes a time to suspend hostilities. I'll deal with our common threat. Now this is what I was talking
Beck's
about.
voice was an excited whisper.
Proper shady stuff. Someone in a suit like that tried to grab me yesterday. Seriously? Shh. You do understand that when this all inevitably fails, I will deny everything? I wouldn't expect any less of you. You just worry about your part in this and let me handle the rest. I can't wait to see the look on that Rube Kerr's face. Guess the truth will come to light. I'm still surprised you're so comfortable with the potential collateral damage. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that change is painful. I was expecting shady. That's just flat out supervillain talk. If you don't mind me asking, why? Why are you doing all of this?
The mysterious figure retracted their mask, hair pushing out from all corners.
Family.
A chill ran down Luka's spine. His vision blurred. Beck stifled a sharp wince, and Luka looked down to see himself wrenching her hand.
An answer I can certainly respect.
Gran tousled her hair back under the face mask.
Just remember, keep everything nice and normal until the festival. I don't need lessons in rousing
Gran
suspicion.
gave Eris a curt nod and disappeared into the night.
Well, we knew that it was probably Gran because she sent the letter, right?
Chapter 5. What big ears you have. Luka sat shivering in the bushes, staring at his feet. After checking to make sure the coast was clear, Beck gave him a gentle tug on his sweater.
What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Why were you so scared of that old lady in the hazmat suit? That was my Gran. That was your Gran. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all of this. Let's just get to the treehouse and figure things out there. Lead the way. For the last time, there's nothing to worry about. Of course, we're not worried.
The clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Just dotting our I's and crossing our T's. Well, maybe try minding your P's and Q's.
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch, gave an exhausted sigh.
If there's anything you need knowing, you'll know it. Absolutely. If you'll just sign here acknowledging everything is accurate, we'll be out of your hair in a flash. Oh, for the love of...
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped.
There. And would you like my eternal soul as well?
The looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility, then broke into laughter as they walked away.
Well, we don't like this guy. Hi, Mr. Nuncreed. Luka, let me give you some advice. The next time someone you don't know asks to hear your thoughts, give him a good hard bop right in the kisser. Oh, Gran tells me to just keep away from the clipboards. That's good. That's good. Your Gran is a smart lady, Luka. Speaking of which, you better run along home now. Too dark for you to be wandering on your own. Yeah, well, we don't like you. That's what I think. We don't like you at all. Another day, another dollar. See you tomorrow, Z. Have you noticed how all the perennial harvest folks order the same drink? Decaf cappuccino with extra foam. Why? I don't know. Just thought it's a little odd. Pretty weird for sure. Well, the customer's always right. See you bright and early tomorrow. I can't wait. Yeah, well, they're probably all clones of the same being.
William Kerr and Gus Valentine proudly surveyed the half-covered festival banner.
It's all coming together quite nicely. Couldn't have done it without you.
Gave a half-hearted shrug.
I'm not so sure about that. Nonsense. That reminds me, I wasn't able to thank your sister for her contributions. Yes, she has been indisposed of late. She doesn't like me much, does she? Oh no, that's not it at all. She's just been busy. Of course. Regardless, I would be forever grateful if you could pass my thanks on to her. The History Museum adds a real air of import to the whole affair. And we couldn't very well celebrate the story of Beacon Pines without including the Valentines. My father was a great man. You darn tootin' he was.
Locked his arm on Gus's shoulder.
But I mean the entire Valentine family, present company included. Can I ask you something, Mr. Kerr? Call me William. Ask away. William, why are you doing all of this? Gosh, I've never felt one needed a compelling reason to throw a party. Not just the festival. All of this. There's got to be 100 down-on-their-luck towns out there. Why is Perennial Harvest so invested in helping Beacon Pines? You know what I love most about the agriculture business? Seeds. Seeds? Yep, little bundles of potential.
With a glimmer in his eye, Kurt gestured grandly toward the horizon.
You treat a seed right, nurture it, feed it, and it can grow into something truly special. You see potential here? Undoubtedly. A seed of greatness is already under our feet. All it needs is a little nudge. And the right leadership, of course. Oh. Good night, Mayor Valentine. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further on from here. So what's your buddy Rolo like? Rolo? He's Rolo. Not particularly helpful. Sorry, I've just never thought about it. Lots of energy. He's funny, even when he's not trying to be. Things have been tough for his family since the foul harvest. It's about damn time you tell me what this foul harvest thingy is. It's kind of a long story. Hit me with the highlights. Okay. There used to be a fertilizer company here called Valentine's. They were kind of a big deal. Ooh, big deal fertilizer. It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked. Farmers loved it, so Valentine grew and grew. Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Most everyone in town either worked for Sharper Valentine or uses fertilizer. Things were good. Sensing a big butt here. Around 6 years ago, Sharper Valentine suddenly died, and something changed. Changed how? Could have been a bad batch. Maybe it was in the water or the air or the soil. Nobody knows. But all the crops died, and everyone blamed the Valentines. The foul harvest. Yep. Valentine's fertilizer went out of business. Half the town lost their jobs. Sheesh. The next year, the crops came back, but there was something different. You plant a crop, do everything right, and it's sort of a crapshoot. What happens? And no one knows why? Nope. I take it Rolo's farm got the short end of the stick. Yep, for some reason their farm was hit harder than others. That sucks. Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town. The Beacon Pines Reborn Initiative. Yep, first thing they did was give the town a deep scrub. They even put us up in hotels, one town over for a week while they decontaminated the groundwater. We better get going. Meet up with Rolo at the treehouse. It's about time. I was about to give up and go home. Who's the new kid? Name's Beck. You must be Rolo. I see my reputation precedes me. Welcome to Mission Control.
Waggled his head with pride.
You'll find we've spared no expense in construction. I've seen worse looking piles of junk. Thanks. Hey Luka, you know the security concerns we talked about? Yeah? While I was waiting, I made some improvements. Let me lock this baby down for a little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days. He goes all out, doesn't he? Always. Where did you guys get all this junk in the first place? There's a guy in town named Jeff who trades us junk for snacks. Junk food for junk. Nice. So, pretty sweet security, right? It was imaginative, I'll give you that. Luka, are we sure we can trust the new recruit? I'll vouch for her. Thanks, I guess. Okay, Luka, you promised to fill me in about the Valentine warehouse.
Luka sucked in a long breath.
Like I said, there was someone there. What were they doing? I don't know, but the place was lit up and active. Maybe they were squatters? I don't think so. It seemed more organized. When the man pulled me in, I saw some sort of equipment running. A man pulled you in? Yeah, but it got away. You kept saying it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right? Yeah. Then it could have been a woman. How did you get away? I grabbed a rock or something and broke their mask. They let go and I ran. Dang. That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma. Yeah, that's the other part. On our way here, Beck and I saw Harris Valentine meeting with Gran, wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
A low whistle.
And they weren't there for idle chit-chat. It was a proper clandestine meetup. So let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at the Valentine warehouse. You were almost abducted by a strange man or woman in a protective suit. And then you saw your Gran in the same suit talking to Harris Valentine? Pretty much. I'm beginning to think this town is kind of awesome.
Luka shot back a look.
No offense. And so we can logically conclude aliens or alien zombies have infiltrated the town, and their leader is your Gran and she tried to murder you. First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, it couldn't have been my Gran at the warehouse. I broke that person's mask to get away. The mask Gran was wearing wasn't damaged. But she's definitely hiding something. Maybe. Your Gran is weird, but she might be the most boring person in the universe. All she does is sit around all day making jam. What she could possibly have to hide? I don't know. We haven't talked much since she moved in. Moved in? Your Gran isn't from here? No, she came a few months ago to take care of me after his mom went missing. Did you know your Gran before? Not really, no. It'd been years since I seen her. Luka, don't take this the wrong way, but are we sure your Gran is on the up and up?
Luka gazed out the window.
I'm just saying. Sounds like strange stuff is happening since she showed up. We could say the same thing about your family, but you're right. Luka, your Gran is hiding something, and Pa always says folks only bury stuff worth digging up. We need to investigate your house. If my Gran is really hiding something, don't you think I would have noticed by now? It's kind of the whole point of hiding something. I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time this week. I'll call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear, and we can start getting to the bottom of this. I'm always game for a good snoop. You can count me in.
Chapter 6. Secret Lair. Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luka walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
What time is it? Okay, it's been an hour. I was thinking I was going to play this for 2 hours. I cannot. I'm sorry, I cannot. This is going to be a 1 hour. There's just so much talking. My mouth is dry. Like, my back hurts. And like technically I've already been recording for 3 hours because the strange antiquities I did earlier was a 2-hour episode. So, and I still have to do another recording for Friday. So I have to call it here. This is fun. I am enjoying this. I kind of thought I was going to drop this game, to be honest, because I have so many series that I'm trying to get through and finish. But yeah, so instead of doing the 2 new games a week and 1 series, until I can dwindle them, it's going to be 2 new series, or no, 2 series a week and 1 new game a week until I can get this sorted. So yeah, anyways, this is really cute. If you guys have any theories about what's going on, let me know in the comments below. I don't have any idea. Obviously we know that a lot of these people are shady and there's something with the cold, and I don't know. But anyways, if you enjoy this and you enjoy my content, consider leaving a like and subscribing. It's free and it really helps out the channel. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.